Hi, thanks for tuning in to Artist Expressions with Alma Love. I am your host, Jennifer Lyons. Today we're going to have a great show filled with poetry and dancing. So please help me welcome our first guest, Trinity Rogan.
Should I introduce it first?
Say it.
Okay. My name is Trinity Rogan, and this poem, our piece I'm about to do, is what I call my Black girl poem. So I hope you enjoy. I remember third grade. I hated my nose. I felt it was too big. My feet and my hands were too big, and I knew it had something to do with the melanin in my skin. So much pain weighing down on me, so much that I already didn't understand. I assumed that my life was the way it was because I wasn't enough. I hated my afro. I hated that I was black. I felt frustrated when I tried to tame it, flat iron it, but it refused to straighten. I spent hours in the mirror trying to figure out what to do with it, as if it wasn't fine as is. I don't know how many times a black girl has told me that she wished she had white girl hair because it's easier to deal with. What they really meant is that their hair is more accepted. What they really meant is that they're tired of being black in a world that hates the melanin in their skin. I was sitting in class one day when I asked a question that shouldn't have even been necessary. Do you date black girls? His response was like putting the blade back over the scars on my wrists, opening my wounds, spitting in my face, like the lashing of masses when slaves didn't behave, like a bullet through my heart from a gun of a police officer who shot me even with my hands up. But I was not surprised with his reply. In fact, it was expected. No, because all black girls are loud and ratchet. Really? Because all the black girls I learned about are strong and brave. In fact, when Rosa Parks decided that she wasn't going to get up out of her seat, she didn't get loud or ratchet. Harriet Tubman, strong and brave, led all those slaves to freedom with her wisdom, her heart, her courage. Bessie Coleman, the first black woman to be a pilot. Madam C.J. Walker, America's first female self-made millionaire. Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman to be elected to Congress. Maya Angelou, a cage bird singing freedom. Assata Shakur, Angela Davis, Mildred Loving. These are all black women who proved that a flower doesn't have to be watered in order for it to blossom, who chose to rise above so that this little black girl could look you in the face with proof that black girls are more than just the labels that society slaps on us. We're probably the strongest women you'll ever know and have ever heard of. We are fearless, important, and we are beautiful, even if our hair has naps and kinks, even when the melanin is heavy in our skin. We are more than just entertainers, we are teachers, teaching love and humility, listening to our hearts and not the voices of others. We are go-getters, survivors, making things happen. Yes, we are sassy, well-educated, outspoken, and you love our culture, our soul food, our music, our creativity, our bodily dimensions, our skin like the dirt that God molded into Adam and Eve. Our roots run deep, our souls long for relief. And I love my big feet, and my afro, and my full lips, and my Negro nose, and my blackness. I love the strong black girl that I am. Um, this next poem that I'm about to do doesn't really have a name. I haven't really named the poem, but it's about police brutality. Um, so here it goes. My man. They shot my man down like it wasn't nothing. Like he didn't have a family he was planning on coming home to. He picked out his gun and without hesitation shot him dead with an attitude that was so unapologetic. Anyways, no apology can make up for the pain that I felt in my chest when I seen the tears in his mama's eyes. When are we going to realize that we need each other to survive? Step out the comfort of your ignorance and put down your pride, because all this hate is taking many lives. I'm dying inside. So much rage and anger while the pain is eating me alive. A police officer took his life because he was threatened by the shade of his skin. What kind of world am I living in? Underneath it all is fear of raising a black son or ever loving another black man. Both are qualified to being victims to this crooked system. The fact that I feel that there's not much I can do but prepare myself for such a tragedy, that's killing me softly. And And this last one I'm going to do is kind of like a breakup poem. I don't really have a name for this one either. I don't really like to name my poems. But yeah. I have this perfume that I don't wear. The smell makes me sick to my stomach because it reminds me of you. And since I last seen you, I cut off all my hair. I tell myself I did it for a bunch of reasons, but really it's because I'm trying to grow out of the woman who's in love with you. I think about you every day, but I've become so numb towards you, distracting myself with guys I really don't want. I don't even know how to deal with the damage you've done, so I choose not to. And I hate that all the blame doesn't fall on you because time and time again, I was the one who settled for your cowardly love. After all that I've been through with you, I just want peace of mind. Yet I can't seem to erase you or stain it in my mind, and I still feel you in all the love songs I play. And I'm constantly trying to mold whoever I'm with into someone that resembles everything I love about you. I don't really write like I used to, because you're the one who helped me find the strength to spill my heart on pages. You helped me become a better version of myself. This is the reason you are staying in my heart as well. Don't know why I expected a man to accept me who doesn't accept himself. Don't know why I expected a man to love me who doesn't love himself. I don't know why I expected a man to be honest with me who has never been honest with himself. And I'm trying not to care, yet I still have that perfume I never wear.
Wonderful, beautifully written and beautifully said.
Thank
So
you.
again, tell everyone your name, please.
Trinity Rogan.
Trinity Rogan. What city are you from?
I'm from East Palo Alto.
You're from East Palo Alto.
Yeah.
When? What school are you attending?
I attend East Palo Alto Academy.
And what grade are you in?
I'm going into my sophomore year.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. So how long have you been writing poetry?
I originally wanted to be a rapper, but when I was younger, I didn't really know how to structure it and things like that. And I just realized I was a lot better at poetry than I was writing raps. And so that's when I just decided that I was just going to write poetry, and I'd write about like bubblegum and boys
All right,
in fourth
yeah.
grade. And then recently, freshman year came along, and I met this really great poet, and he helped me get more into it. So.
Well, it sounds great. So you did 3 poems, and what moved you to do them? What's your inspiration behind them?
So I wrote 2 for a play that I did. One was on police brutality, like I said, and then the other was on like my insecurities as with being a Black woman in America and different things like that.
Well, you are a beautiful Black woman, and I love our natural hair. So please embrace yourself. You are a beautiful Black woman. Keep writing just wonderful poetry. We appreciate you. The sky's the limit. Thanks for visiting us. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, that was exhilarating. Now we're going to bring to the stage Mr. Eddie Gage.
You mumble under your breath. I doubt you know what she said. Let's get this off of your chest. Right here, right now. You mumble under your breath. I doubt you know what she said. Let's get this off of your chest. Right here, right now. I'm trying to make this a mess. We're trying to run in the dark. We're making reasons to destroy what we needed, 'cause we're addicted to bleeding hearts. Got me fighting naked, nothing nothing sacred. We're tearing paint off the walls. Nights are made of kiss and makeup. It's on the edge of emotion. I see that look in your eyes. Heartbeats get in the way. I see that look in your face. I can't take it away. Oh, God, that's the trouble with me. I need the trouble with you. Oh, God, that's the trouble with us. I need the trouble to trust. Oh, God, that's the trouble with me. I need the trouble with you. Oh, God, that's the trouble with us. I need the trouble to trust. I see you looking at me. You let me under your dress, but you won't show me your heart. Teach me a lesson, I guess. I still go back to the dark. I'm trying to clean up the mess. Girl, I don't know where to start. We're in the season of deliberately needing a fire to burn in our hearts. Got me fighting naked, nothing sacred. We're tearing paint off the walls. Nights are made of kiss and makeup. It's on the edge of emotion. I see that look in your eyes. Heartbeats get in the way. I see that look in your face. I can't take it away. Oh, God, that's the trouble with me. I need the trouble with you. Oh, God, that's the trouble with us. I need the trouble to trust. Oh, God, that's the trouble with me. I need the trouble with you. Listen, baby. Oh, God, that's the trouble with us. I need the trouble to trust. I see you looking at me, and now I don't know who to believe.
Again, introduce yourself. So,
Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. My name's Eddie Gage.
Eddie, where are you from?
I was born and raised in East Palo Alto.
In East Palo. So, what school are you attending?
So I just graduated from Eastside College Prep, and in the fall I'll be attending UC Riverside.
Okay. So, have you ever visited Southern California?
Yeah, I visited there 3 times, and the last time was about a week ago for orientation, and I loved it.
Do you have any family or friends there?
No, I sadly don't.
That's all right. I'm sure that you'll meet some friends. Yeah. So, what's the inspiration behind your dance?
So I started dancing around 6th grade. In middle school and elementary school, I was bullied a lot. So I was a very emotional child, and there wasn't really anything that I can do to express it. But I like to think that dance found me, because I really like to use it as a catharsis, a way to let out that pent-up emotion, whichever one it is, out healthily.
Well, that's great. You're doing well. So, do you think that it gives you a sense of calmness when you dance? Or?
Oh, definitely. I feel more myself whenever I dance, and especially after I dance. If I'm ever having trouble, then I usually put it towards whether it's choreography or freestyle, so that I can let it out healthily.
Okay, so do you teach dance?
I don't have like a set class, but I have taught at workshops before that were put together by friends that I have met. And I intern at a studio in Redwood City, Studio V, and sometimes they would have me substitute if the choreographer or the freestyle teacher can't attend.
So did you start dancing on your own, or did you start taking some type of classes?
So 6th grade, I started on my own. I watched a lot of movies like Step Up, and I had to imitate what they did. But around 8th grade, I wanted to take it more seriously. So I started attending a studio in San Mateo called House of Mayhem under the tutelage of Christopher Farside Jennings.
Okay. Well, you're doing such a great job.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work, and I'm glad that you found an outlet to express your feelings and to give you a sense of calmness.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. Thank you so very much. So
You're
you're
welcome.
going to do another dance for us, right?
Yeah, the first one was choreography, which is basically, it was premeditated. I had spent time working on it, but I am more of a freestyler, so it's dancing that's more just like on the spot, spontaneous. I don't really know what it looks like until after I do it, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
That's great. That's great. Take care.
Slowly taking in my body like it's holy. I've been waiting for you for the whole week. I've been praying for you, you're my Sunday king. Slowly taking in my body like it's holy. I've been waiting for you for the whole week. I've been praying for you, you're my Sunday king. Slowly taking in my body like it's holy. I've been waiting for you for the whole week. I've been praying for you, you're my Sunday king. Slowly taking in my body like it's holy. I've been waiting for you for the whole week. I've been praying for you, you're my Sunday king.
She can say in her voice, in her way, that she love me. With her eyes, with her smile, with her belt, with her hands, with her money. I am the thesis of her prayers. Her nieces and her nephews are just pieces of the layers. Only one she loves as much as me is Jesus Christ the Savior. I got a future song singing for my grandma. You sing it too, but your grandma ain't my grandma. Mine's handmade, pan fried, sun dried, south side, and beat the double by landslide. Praying with her hands tied, president of my fan club, Santa. Something told me I should bring my butt to church.
Slowly taking in my body like it's holy.
He's gonna continue to